Today we are going to make Keto Cloud Bread 2.0, and I am going to take you through the list of ingredients you need and all the steps you have to follow to make a successful Keto Cloud Bread at home. Now, if you ever tried cloud bread before, you probably know it can go one of two ways. It either comes out beautifully light and fluffy, or it turns into a flat, rubbery egg pancake. The good news? Today I'm going to show you exactly how to get the fluffy version every single time, and I will explain why each step matters so you don't make the mistake that ruins the texture. Let's get started. We're going to start straight from the ingredients. The main ingredients needed are 3 eggs, cream cheese softened 85 grams, cream of tartar a quarter tablespoon of sea salt. Equipment needed: we need 2 large mixing bowls, electric hand mixer or a stand mixer, silicone spatula, baking sheet, parchment paper, measuring spoons, and a cooling rack. Now firstly, prepare your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. While that's heating up, line a baking tray with parchment paper. Now, here's something most recipes don't emphasize enough. Make sure your mixing bowls and beaters are completely clean and completely dry. And I mean completely. Even a tiny bit of grease or moisture can stop your egg whites from wiping properly later. It sounds like a small detail, but this is one of the most behind the scenes tricks that separate good cloud bread from great cloud bread. Next, you're going to separate 3 large eggs. The whites go into bowl 1 and the yolks go into bowl 2. Take your time with this step. You don't want any yolk getting into the whites. Not a bit later, not even a tiny drop, because fat from the yolk makes it much harder for the eggs to trap air. And trapped air is exactly what gives cloud bread its signature fluffy texture. Now let's work on the yolk mixture. Into the bowl with the yolks, add 85 grams or 3 ounces of softened cream cheese, then add a quarter tablespoon of salt. Now mix everything together until it's completely smooth. No lumps, no chunks. What you're looking for is a silky, creamy texture that almost looks like thick custard. If you rush this step and leave lumps behind, you will end up with uneven cloud bread later. Now comes the part where the magic really happens: the egg whites. Add a quarter tablespoon of cream tartar. This helps stabilize the whites and gives stronger structure. Now start beating. At first, they will look bubbly and foamy. Keep going. After a minute or 2, you reach soft peaks. Keep going. We're not stopping there. What we need are stiff peaks. When you lift the whisk, the peak should stand straight up without folding over. This is the simple, most important checkpoint in the entire recipe. If the whites aren't whipped enough, your bread won't rise properly. Everything depends on this stage. Perfect. Now let's combine everything, and this is where most people accidentally destroy all the work we just did. By adding about 1/3 the whipped egg whites into the yolk mixture, gently fold it in. Notice I said fold, not stir, not mix aggressively. Bring your spatula down through the center, scrub along the bottom, and lift the mixture over itself. That's the motion. We are protecting all those tiny air bubbles we just created. These bubbles are what makes this bread feel like a cloud. As the first portion is incorporated, add the remaining whites into more batches and continue folding gently until everything is combined. Look at the texture, light, fluffy, almost like mouses. That's exactly what we are after. Now scoop the mixture onto your prepared baking tray. You should get about 6 to 8 rounds. Each one should be roughly 4 inches wide. Don't worry about making them perfectly shaped. Our breads is supposed to be rustic, homemade look. Just leave little space between each one because they'll expand slightly in the oven. Alright, into the oven there we go. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes. And here's your challenge: don't open the oven door. Seriously, leave it open. I know you will want to check, everybody does, but opening the door too early can cause the structure to collapse before it's full set. As they bake, you will see them gradually puff up. First, they'll look pale, then the edges will start turning golden, and by the end, the tops should be beautifully golden brown with a dry, slightly firm surface. And now, for the step people always want to skip: cooling. Take the tray out and let the cloud bread rest about 5 minutes. Transfer everything to a cooling rack and let it cool completely. It isn't just waiting around, the bread is actually finishing its structure during the first time. If you pick it up too soon, it can feel softer than it should. And now, the moment of truth. Look at that. Light, air, golden, soft in the middle, and steady enough to hold together like actual bread. This is exactly the texture we are aiming for. If yours came out flat, the egg whites probably weren't wiped to stiff bits. If it's dense, you likely overmixed during folding. If the center is wet, give it a few more minutes in the oven, and if it collapses after baking, there's a good chance the oven door got opened too early. And there you have it. Keto Cloud Bread 2.0. Simple ingredients, less than 1 gram, and a texture that's light, fluffy, and incredibly satisfying. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more keto-friendly recipes, and let me know in the comments section what you would like me to make next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.